What's up, guys? It's Mike for Sim Racing 604. Welcome back to RaceRoom Racing Experience. Welcome on board the KTM X-Bow here in VR. We're just going to do a bit of VR testing of the new GT4 pack. So we're here at Falkenberg, and yeah, just going to turn a couple laps in each of the cars. I have run them quite a bit already, and I'm really enjoying them. I will run them kind of in reverse order of my favorites. So my least favorite is this KTM X-Bow. Not to say it's a bad car. I'm just not getting a lot of excitement out of it, and you'll see what I mean in just a moment. So let's get this started up. So to my knowledge, this is the only turbo engine in the pack, so it sounds really great. I'll just get a little bit of heat into these tires and brakes. A scary right-hander here, Falkenberg. So right away you'll notice how planted this thing looks. I'm not getting a lot of oversteer or understeer, which in many cases is a good thing. But I think in the case of the KTM X-Bow, and I know I watched Billy Strange's review of the GT4 pack, and I know he was kind of feeling the same, that the handling of this X-Bow, it just kind of feels, I don't know, subdued or something. It feels muted, like you can't get a lot out of the car, push it to its limit, and it just kind of, I don't know, just kind of goes numb. So not really my favorite here, but by no means a bad car. Just feels a little flat to me. So we'll finish up this lap and then move on to my second favorite car. By the way, this is the only car of the pack that seems to accept a passenger, so if there's a special someone in your life, you can bring them in your KTM X-Bow GT4. How exciting would that be for them? Alright, one more. I'm actually having a pretty good time. And the sort of absence of body roll is notable as well. This car kind of just stays perfectly on the horizon no matter what. It's pretty amazing. So I think if you were the type that isn't into running setups at all, if you just like to hop in a car and have a well-balanced car, this is the one of the pack for you. Ran a little wide there. Alright, that's going to do it for me in the X-Bow. And now I will jump over to the second favorite car. Alright guys, so here we are on board my second favorite car, the Porsche Cayman GT4. So, yeah, this one, I can't figure out the handling. Let's get it started. We'll get out there on track. It's arguably the best sounding in the pack. But just, certainly has shades of understeer, but gets really unsettled by these curbs here at Falkenberg. You can see it's a bit of a fight here, which can be fun, of course. The problem is I can't seem to learn its habits. Just when I sort of settle into a groove with this car, I just get a shade more oversteer or understeer that I wasn't expecting before. So I like sort of the liveliness of this car. We can hear those tires just working overtime, so I am having troubles certainly getting stuck in with this car. And there were in a total four-wheel slide there. go one more here, and then on to my favorite, obviously the Lotus. The back end kick out just a little bit there. You can see the fight I'm having. I'm not going to say it's not fun, but like I said, it's just kind of hard to predict. So I'm not really getting on with this car too well. And that is that. Fun little car, but yeah, it's a lot. I know Billy Strange called the Lotus a pain in the rear. This one is a pain in the rear to me, so fun in some aspects, but very tough to predict. So let's jump into the Lotus. Alright guys, so here we are on board the Lotus in the pits once again at Falkenberg. Let's get this thing started up. And I think this, to me, the Lotus, besides having an absurdly large steering wheel, is pretty much the best car in the pack. To me, it's kind of that balance of feeling lively in your, you know, through your wheels and pedals, excuse me, through your wheel and pedals, but at the same time not getting crazy like the Porsche. Now watch me bin this. Yeah, I really enjoy this car. I watched Chris Hayes' review of this GT4 pack as well, and I know he's really enjoying all these cars. And these things have been described as kind of gutless, and I can see where that's based off of, but to me, I think it just needs the right track. Like this Falkenberg, for example, it's not something you really need to overwhelm with power. Just got to be careful in your corner entries and things like that, and then you'll have a really good time. And I think the GT4 lends itself well, the GT4 class that is, lends itself well to that. Woo! A little wide there. Alright. Maybe a couple more laps. Try and induce a bit of tire spin here. See how it predicts past its limit. Or, excuse me. See how it behaves past its limit. So you saw it there, the curb kind of unsettled it, but managed to hold on. A bit of a slower lap here. And yeah, such a nice car. Shades of understeer, nothing too severe. But then you have fun times like that, where you get that oversteer that can't be corrected. Very nicely done to Sector 3. This pack is available to you for about $13, $10 if you already own the Porsche Cayman. From the previous Porsche release. Alright, this is the final lap, I promise. Car's just feeling nicely stuck in right now. I'm having a great time. Little lift there that I didn't do on the previous laps. Carrying a bit more speed through here, just managed to pull it off. when this thing starts to correct itself coming out of a corner, you just kind of release the wheel and let it settle itself. Very, very nicely done. Alright, that is going to do it. Well done to Sector 3. These cars are pretty awesome. As I said, my favorite is the Lotus, and then the Porsche. The Porsche, I should say, feels a bit too lively, hard to predict, and the Crossbow feels a little bit too flat, is the best word I could describe it. A bit muted, but the Lotus, it all comes together very, very nicely, and I'm really, really enjoying this GT4. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time.